You're listening to Accent on TV. Best of Poland and Europe. Right here on LA Talk Radio.
Hello, another Monday. Last week we had a holiday and we were repeating our show. Hopefully people enjoy to watch over and over one show that we pre-recorded before. But today, another Monday. Hour ago, I was really excited to have an interview with my two very unusual guests. And I'm hoping people who are listening to our hour on Accent On, they really switched and to video channel. And now we have a pleasure to not only listen more live stories of about lives of our beautiful, unusual, very talented guests from different side of the world, but also we can see them and see me. I like this the most about my show, that I can have my ego fulfilled and just loving myself, or sometimes I really hate how I look. But today, hopefully, I look great. Same Absolutely. As my guest. Then I think we need to start presentation, okay? So, Amalia.
And action.
And action.
And
because we
action.
have movie director here.
Yes.
And actor.
Yes.
Amalia.
Hello, my name is Amalia Pasco.
Amalia Pasco. Now people will say, Amalia Pasco, that's so not American.
No, it's not. Not at all. No, it's so I don't know my surname Pasco. It comes from Pasco, but my parents are doctors, so like from a very young age, the patients couldn't pronounce the whole name, so it became Pasco. So ever since I was like little, it's always been Pasco, you know. And Amalia comes from a lot of different things. I know that it came from my dad's great grandmother, who was Amalia, and she was German. So that passed on to me. But I meet a lot of Amalias. I know Amalia is like Portuguese, Italian.
I don't know any Amalia. You're Amalia? Yeah, we have Amalia in Poland, yes. But when you write to me email, you have another name.
Yes, that's
Gosh!
that's my mother's actually. My mother and I share an email.
Oh, that's a I think
Oh,
this is
it? Oh, I'm curious.
I think this is a very cool idea to just say hi to our parents. I am originally from Poland. My parents are not anymore with me, but they always are in my heart, and I say hi to them every day and every night before I go sleep. But I know that two of my guests, they have really big supports of their parents, and their journey also was created by their parents they loved what you want to do, and they supported
Yes,
from the
yes.
beginning.
Support.
Amalia, okay, you tell us a little bit, your mommy's name is?
Elena.
Hi, Elena. I'm
Hi, Elena.
hoping you'll be seeing our link, and your daughter was talking about you. And daddy?
Leonid. It's Leonid, but we call him Leo. So
Leo, we love you too. You know, your daughter
Dad.
is very special, and I know that you'll be very proud of her. And I know you are already very proud of her. Now we have this gentleman, really tall,
A stranger.
very nice stranger, and come on up. But I am really very proud of you. First, you are from Europe. And
A human,
I
for
always,
sure.
yes, I always thought that you are Polish, but you surprised me saying that you really were born.
In Bulgaria, Sofia.
What is your name?
My name is sometimes it's very hard to say. It could be Cyril, Kiro. In Japan, actually, it's Kiro. I think my born name actually is Kiro, the Kirill, the very original name.
Wow.
Then in Poland got translated into Cyril. Then I came to America, it was Cyril. To some,
Oh my gosh, no,
Many
how will,
names.
okay, I will do my Polish ways. I will call you Cyril.
Cyril.
Sorry, that's my accent, but we know this is accented show, and I have a right to have an accent, as all of my guests, mostly 90% of them, they have perfect accented accent, and I loved this about my guest. Then, Cyril, you are colorful man, if I may say. You seems like you are here in LA to stay. You feel very comfortable in this crazy place. I know when people will learn more about you, they will say, oh, come on, his life story is so like normal. And then from nowhere, he become very hardworking person in this Hollywood scene, which everybody fights for little piece of Hollywood. And now I'm moving very fast forward. you are working on your first movie, working
film.
very, very hard.
Finally, it took many years, but finally I'm now, I
Yeah.
believe it will. Before 2020, it will happen for sure. Finally.
Okay, 2020. We need to push this little. I cannot be so old when I go to premiere. Come on, can you like do
Screener.
2018?
Screener.
Okay, screening a little bit earlier. But that's okay. I'm joking. I know the big things and really big dreams. They
Take a lot of
they take
time.
a time, and you are genius when it comes to technology. You have your own vision for how your movie will be, and you want to create also everything with the newest in techniques, filmmaking.
I will be. I will be in control, of course, which does probably is the most part. And that's probably is harder. It's much harder to make the film, because when you're in control, you have to if you have some help, then they want to control too much. So it's much harder just to do it yourself.
Yeah.
Than
And then we are guilty of everything what you
Yeah.
messed up. Ouch, that's the hardest.
Yeah.
Okay, I want everything be under my control, and then like, oh my gosh.
be in control.
Yeah, being in control. But that's grown up. That's very, very cool. And I like that. The same, Amalia, we need to little find out about the life story. Then life story starts mostly for the dreamers like us when we start speaking and talking and just understanding what we want to do in life. When it comes to me, like every singer, I was born and I was singing. That's what I think. But I already remember myself maybe being like 5 years old when I remember myself standing in front of the people in a preschool and just performing something. And I loved it to do all my life. Now, little less. I'm more even worried and scared performing live right now when I'm older. But when I was a child, it was like, hey, anybody who wanted to listen, I was there to sing. When it comes to Amalia, can you tell us, how was your life again in Zimbabwe? And that's the craziest things ever. This girl calls her home Zimbabwe.
Yes.
But tell us a little bit. You were born again.
Oh yes, so I was born in Russia, and then my parents relocated to Zimbabwe around when I was like 4.5, 5.
And what is the
And-
decision? How people in Russia decided
I
that
guess
they want to live life in Zimbabwe?
I guess it's because they were offered to work
Oh,
there in the hospitals, and they
Okay,
decided
that
to
makes
do
sense.
it. And when we came there, Zimbabwe was thriving. I mean, even now it has gone through ups and downs. Right now, it's still, for me, like I said, it's still home. So no matter where it is, it's like
Yeah.
I will always,
And my
support
beautiful
it.
Poland, when I
Yeah.
was your age and younger, it was pretty tough time. Solidarity and war and all these political changes. It wasn't easy, but to me, it was
Yeah,
a home.
it's
Whatever was
home.
happening there was like in home. You need to take care of your problems. And I
Exactly.
love my country. I love America. I love Poland equally. A little bit more. Sorry, it's still my home.
Yeah.
Like my. Many years of my life I spent it there, and I miss my country. I know you miss very
miss
much
Zimbabwe,
Zimbabwe right
yes.
now. You are in this little tiny bubble of, I'm feeling a little bit lonely, and we need to make sure then before Amalia leaves, she smiles and she knows that she will always be back there, but she has things to do here. Then
A
we'll be
mission.
yeah,
Mission.
you have a
Mission.
mission,
I
and
like that.
our
Mission.
art is happening, and the success we always running to get to the point that we can call ourselves successful. But to me, living your dream is already success. Living life as your
Right.
dream. Okay, then you were born in Russia, then mommy and daddy are doctors. They moved to Zimbabwe, and you have a brother. We
I
cannot
do.
forget about brother.
I do have an older brother. He's a dentist in Zimbabwe.
I want to know your family. Okay, one is a psychiatrist, which means everybody needs one around.
I guess me too.
Everybody needs dentist. We have nice
yeah.
teeth in America, but boy, it's so expensive. And your daddy
My
is?
dad is anesthesiologist.
You see?
Injections, a lot of injections.
Everything.
of
And
injections.
Yeah.
LA people love anesthesia when they need make
I know,
faces
Botox.
pretty, Botox, and oh my gosh, he will be very rich here.
There's the most money actually.
Yeah, especially with
Jumodern,
Botox.
Yeah.
all of them.
Yeah.
Daddy, mommy, and brother,
I should do it too.
come on. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll find you a job here.
know.
Okay, but now you tell us a little bit your life story, okay? And sorry, you need to start from the moment when you watched your first movie and it changed your life. I know. Let's rewind
I
or
know,
1 hour.
no, I'm-
Go fast forward.
Okay. So the movie that actually inspired me was Streetcar Named Desire, and I know that it's like I said, it was a cliche. Everybody says that, but like for me, it's very hard to explain because sometimes you have an intuition or you have a feeling, and
Yeah.
I didn't grow up wanting to be an actor. I kind of like was like, oh, what should I do? And I had a phase where I wanted to be a vet because I love animals, and it was close to the medical field. Very similar to you, the whole thing with blood, just like
Fast forward. People don't have idea what we are talking about. Blood.
blood. Where did the blood come from? So then I decided. I love English literature. I love Shakespeare. I love Chekhov, and I was influenced into this by my teachers, Mrs. Eddington. I call her like my fairy godmother because she did so much. Yet it's hard to
It's
explain.
very important to have a good teacher,
Yeah.
somebody who can take your hand and say,
Correct.
honey, try that,
Try it out.
try that.
And
I
she
see
tried it
you."
out. She was like, I remember my first monologue that I ever learned. I think it will never go away. Like I can be like sleeping at 2 a.m., wake me up, I will do it like
Wow.
that. But ask me what I need to do the next day, I'll be like, I don't know.
Wow.
So yeah, I remember it was from Romeo and Juliet, of course, of course. And yeah, but what happened was Streetcar Named Desire really influenced me, and I mean, like my one fine day, I would love to do something like that, to have that sort of effect on someone, because I think with everywhere that I've studied and all the different techniques that I've done, I do it for the influence, like if you can as an actor, as a producer, as a director, if you have a random person who might not know you, has never met you, but sees your work and then comes up to you and says, this really inspired me, or it changed, or it brought me back. I feel like our work is done, like that is like a huge, like, oh my God, maybe I did do the right thing and get into this industry.
So true.
Oh, yeah, art, we know it.
Yeah.
You sit
Touch the hearts,
in your
Touch.
car, what you do first, boom, radio, because you are looking for this familiar tune.
Correct.
And then you feel like in home inside of your car. Imagine if you never can listen to the music in the car, that would be crazy. We go home, even TVs, it's like background
Yeah.
noise that we practically, it's a second life. You always are in tune what's going on in life, or is it movies, the person. We are attached to people in a screen. Movies.
Correct.
We're coming back to your big, dream and being a director right now. I know you have something very, very special that you're planning to show us, and I don't know how much you can tell us about your movie. But before we start talking about your movie, which title is?
Rottenbury Drive. The title.
Wow, is this some
Rottenbury Drive.
scary street? She had a street called Desire, but what?
No, I think it came. I think rotten is from a German word angry.
Yeah.
In translation.
Yeah.
And then it's just fictitious name. It's a
Oh,
special
okay.
street. It's
It
a
wasn't
dark
like
street.
some street that you walked one night, one day, and
There's
said,
like-
that would be great title for my movie. Why not,
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
Okay. But Cyril, you were born in Bulgaria.
In Bulgaria.
And then as a 9-year Old.
Moved to Poland.
moved to Poland. We need to say hi to mommy and daddy.
Hello, daddy.
And mama. And mommy is Bulgarian.
Bulgarian and my father
And
Polish.
daddy is Polish.
A hybrid, half.
And your daddy is a doctor.
He's a doctor too. And
What
Yeah.
we are doing, you
and
know
my
what?
mom names is Ellen too, just like yours.
Wow.
It just more things are like, what's
See,
going
I
on?
Double
see,
L, double
I
L.
see her playing in a horror movie like a doctor
Or
or
thriller
nurse.
too. A thriller.
Or thriller.
Thriller.
Like, sorry, we are not talking like a thriller.
It's better
like,
quality.
She will be like the nurse that we trust, but really,
Yes.
Ooh,
I don't
what's
know.
going on? Hello.
Yeah.
what
That's
she,
my
what-
typecast.
yeah,
That's
what
exactly it.
cocktail we'll get from her that will make us whatever. But I'm creating thriller in my own head. Then Poland. You moved from Bulgaria into
Poland.
to Poland in age of 9. What's happened then?
I moved to Krakow to a gorgeous, very old town Krakow, and then I studied education. A boring time, I think, huge exciting time.
And what is the? I'm just because we talked about this hour ago, but you are a very unusual gentleman. I was checking some of links that you were sending to me, and you have people from Poland, from Krakow, writing, "Oh, how cool! We are going to high school together. I'm so happy you're doing so well in Hollywood." But you mentioned that school that was not what you really like to do. You prefer to spend time where?
Yeah, I was not really a good student. I was, I always find to, boring. I felt like, brainwashed. Like, same subjects, the same. I wanted to go and explore on your own. Go.
And you were going to libraries. He was running from school. You would think he will go to some streets doing some funky stuff. From school, he was going to library, and you were reading. You were
Some
reading
books, some interesting books.
very interesting psychological books.
I
And
think.
who did you like to read?
Many actually. But there's no specific. I was actually, going, kind of like, only into the subject. Not with the whole book. Only, what had interest, and then, I think, it's really, as you were saying, influence. It's about, making the change. So to me, it was very interesting to learn about people. Just like actors. When you would work with actors, I think there's a way, and I cannot wait to work with my actors. I think there's a way to really, to make it natural and really, one in a kind of performance experience. So it's creating, the experience. Sound and vision is just like, singing. You have the music, you have editing, effects, plugins, and but then you still, have to be in that little, extra magic.
Yeah, it's not ingredients. That's English. How we call all this
Ingredients.
Yes,
Yeah.
what you bake.
Yeah.
What kind of soup
Is
you gonna
this
make?
I
tasting
agree.
good or not?
Yeah.
And that's what the creativity comes to the place. Okay, but when you were moving from Poland to Germany, after when you finished high school, you decided,
I was
okay,
studying some more, and then
some more, and then you went to Germany, and you were doing what in Germany?
a restoration of antiques.
Antiques.
Just
Why
scrubbing.
it's very, very interesting because you said school was boring. You prefer to read unusual
All
books.
boring.
Everything was
Till
boring. And I'm saying people, parents, you just sometimes are very tough on your children. Some
Very
children
tough.
are not so meant to study and study the way how all society asks them to. Sometimes they're very individual people who 15, 20 years later become very special humans, okay? And tell us, in Germany you were creating, doing antiques,
Antiques.
remodeling antiques, and then what
Then
you
I
did?
went back to Poland, and then I came to America actually to make it short, and then apart from Los Angeles, everyone is really fresh when they come first, but then in the last 20 years, the whole thing start to people really change a lot. I think all of us.
Still too fast. I will not let you go so fast because 20 years in Los Angeles and
Boring.
moving. For you, it's like life is one day, and we know
Yeah.
that life goes so fast. The same, Amalia, you were saying before shows that life goes so fast, and you are beautiful, 24 years old, a young actor, still baby, 24 years old baby, and everything's in front of you.
The
And
best time.
we'll be learning a little bit your journey because you are very well educated. You're really pursuing different styles of theater. You want to learn more and more and more. And then now you decide, you think that it's a time to just focus on maybe create something that is of yours.
Correct,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Then tell us when you moved. That's very interesting. You finished high school same way, like Cyril. You decided that you want to leave Zimbabwe.
Yes, I did. Well, because I don't really have much choices back in the time. I had in high school, like my last 2 years were like either I do accounts, and as much as I have a lot of appreciation for people who do accounting, because
Oh boy, we need them.
it's a tough
Ouch.
thing. For me, it was I was so interested in the whole drama aspect, and that's where my teacher, suggested that I should, try it out and just go for it. And I remember I did. I went for it, and I studied there for about a year and a half. I did this drama, also intensive program. Because again, I wanted to learn more about Shakespeare, and I felt like where else can you learn more about Shakespeare than
London.
in London?
Okay, but some people will say, watching you and listening, she had an easy life. She has a dream. Okay, I want to study Shakespeare in London. Boom. Cyril,
Boom,
oh,
boom,
I
boom.
want to go to Germany.
I wish.
Boom, I'm flying. I want to go to
It's not that
Vienna.
easy.
It's
No.
not.
And
It's
boom,
not
when
easy.
you are in
It's
Vienna,
not.
and then I want to be in Los Angeles, and
A lot
now
of
I'll be
fighting.
making movies. This sounds so unusually easy, but really, this doesn't happen this way. You were lonely. You were alone. You were
Yeah.
18,
I
17
was
years old
very
child.
young. I was very, very young. And sometimes I wonder how I did it because I meet a lot of people who are even like now my age and they still live with their parents
Yeah.
their whole life. And they're like, how do you do it? Like I just live, a block away and I miss my parents. And I'm like, I don't really know. I think, first of all, it comes a lot with who you are inside. And I think there were moments when, of course, I wanted to be like, you know what, I'd rather be at home. I'd rather give this all up. But I feel like if there is something inside of you that is overpowering that thing, like saying that, like, no, don't. Because if you quit it, you will never have
Never know.
that joy, like I always say I could be doing anything. Like, I mean, I could be an accountant. I could be a secretary. I could be something else. But I would feel like a part of me would die every day. Like, because there's something that kind of lifts me. And, I don't know, like it brings so much joy when I'm performing, when I'm doing theater or film, and I think there's no other career that I would probably be as fulfilled as much as this has its ups and downs. Like you said, it's a lot of fighting, a lot of
And
no's,
then we are
no's.
talking about women in a business, in a
Much harder,
entertainment
much
business. It's
harder.
much harder.
Yes.
And I
Many
don't know.
promises.
I'm not the youngest lady, but I always dream. I always want to achieve something in my life. I thought too that my parents allowed me to become who I wanted to be, and they sacrificed so much for me. Then, but when you become mother, and especially start dreaming about becoming, having your own family, you need to think for two. You need to think for your husband, for yourself. You need to think for 3 or 4, sometimes for the children, and where is the place to really pursue your dreams, and how much selfish you become by pursuing what really is so big and strong part of you. I always thought that it's possible to have a parallel relationship and having a partner
Yeah.
who allowed you
Understands.
to be
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
understand that. Why I'm talking to you, because I know you're married to beautiful lady who is in Poland, and her name is
Monika Spruć.
Monika Spruć. And I know that she's a singer, an actor, and beautiful model, yes?
Yes.
And you are very proud of her?
I'm very proud.
And she's coming here.
Yes. I'm very, lucky, as some say.
Of course. And you are 7 years married?
7 years, yes.
Great.
7 years married, and you are married to an artist. And I know you mentioned you would love to have baby and princess, and you are waiting for the time that your family can.
I think in Japan,
Yes.
it's more what I'm thinking.
Oh, okay, but you mentioned word Japan. We'll come back to it. But fact is that I'm saying being a
Japanese
lady.
destination.
But being
For
the
making babies.
artist and being a woman. That's so funny.
in Japan.
Yeah, only,
Only
in Japan,
Japan,
not in
okay.
LA. In LA, nobody has family and happy family. But really, pursuing your dream and being a 24 years woman and staying very strong to your conviction and just believing that something is there for you is the bestest time of your life. You need to do that, because then maybe when you get married, you want to have a family, who knows how much left and right you need to go to
Correct.
still make happy, your family happy. But right now, you came from England to New York, and everybody
Yes.
will say, oh, again,
So
England, New
easy.
York,
Yeah.
19 years old girl.
Yeah.
Yes? When you
Yes.
went to New
Yeah,
York?
I think it was like 19 or 20, something like that.
Yeah, very
It's all a
young
blur.
girl, traveling half of the world by yourself. Then you decided to be trained in.
Yes, I went to Stella Adler
Okay, very
in
good, yeah.
NYC. Again, it was you had to audition, and then they pick you or they don't. It was just one of those things that I feel I am very, very grateful that I have parents who support me in terms of like, emotionally, and that have put me this far. I wouldn't have gone this far without them. But I think a lot of it has to do with you yourself. When you have self-doubt, when you think that, who am I in this big industry, I think it's you kind of have to be like, you know what? I have something to offer that someone
You
doesn't.
find a place for yourself in this big world.
Uniqueness.
Uniqueness.
Yes.
Uniqueness.
That's all what the creative people need to believe. They
Correct.
are different from another
Yeah.
person, and if they don't create their uniqueness, they're mass. There's one of it. I mean, no,
Just
we are.
another one, another
Just
one.
another
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay, now Cyril, we're coming back to you because you were in Germany. You were doing this great furniture antiquing, and then little bit Vienna, and you
Sounds
said,
French, I mean, when I heard about
I love it. I love antiques. I have, oh gosh, I had a lot of antiques, a few years ago. Then they were left in a storage, and the storage just got given away without me knowing. That past of my life just it was very, very cruel. But I have a few good one that I found in America, and I cherish them. And I was always talking to my daughter, Natasha, who is 21, and I said, sweetie, what we'll do with this furniture? She said, Mommy, I love them. They will be mine. I want them. I have very big respect to great furniture, piece of furniture, because they can make me feel like in home in second. I buy something in antique store, a piece of history, and I feel like I belong to this civilization, not for the moment, for more and from past and the future. Then I love, because working with old furniture is like touching history. It's like
That's true,
touching an art,
absolutely.
and three-dimensional, because you are not working with flat
You can
surfaces.
feel it, you can smell it, right?
Yeah. Okay. Then now we have Cyril, who is in Vienna. I almost got hired by hotel years to work
By
for
my friends to be some, and then I actually I decided to go to actually I was thinking Silicon Valley, more than Los Angeles, computers and technology.
Yeah.
But then somehow it happened here, in Los Angeles, that I end up.
You yes. Then you are in Los Angeles for like 19 years, right?
Yes,
now?
yes.
19 years.
Too long.
Too long in a way, and we were talking about places where we want to
I'm
get
kidding.
older and to not die, but older and just having good life. You mentioned this will be Europe, and if you will be like older, where do you see yourself?
That's a very difficult question, because I think I don't know. I think definitely I would love to still have Zimbabwe, because Zimbabwe has a lot of memories. My childhood was there, my family's there, have a lot of friends there. So I think the goal is actually one of my big goals is to finally get like some sort of group together and film something there.
That's cool.
Because I think the scenery and the just the breathtaking views that we have back home, it cannot be found anywhere else. So that is like one of the goals, like to start working on like doing something, and even in directing and going back there.
You can
filming
have
and
a very good
bringing it here,
impact on people who want to just visit your country, because
I'm
it's
coming
not
to
a,
visit.
He's
That would be
coming.
cool.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, we
I've
talk about
sold.
this,
I've
yeah.
sold it now.
that's great,
Yeah.
and from the acting to producing is
Yeah.
almost like one
Yeah.
step, now you want to create even something bigger for yourself, or having the piece of you in your own imagination,
Yeah.
and you want your own way, with Cyril, who is in LA for 19 years. And trust me, people, go to the Facebook, Accent On and Accent On TV, The Best of Poland. I listed the films that he was involved with, or he was a part of, and title, pretty impressive. It's all about visual effects,
Actually, yes. And I have to introduce the reason why I'm in Japan recently. There's this amazing great IT. It's actually first IT college in Japan, the very first one, 63, and I'm actually in charge of creating a new department. I don't know if you can see it, probably it's too far.
Okay, come, I am closer.
It's called KCG.
Okay, I want to read this. Okay, people.
In Japanese.
It's in Japanese. What does this mean?
Actually
You can
it
read?
means- It means computer gakuin. It's called KCG.
KCG. Okay, but that's very easy
Am I
because if
promoting?
you see, we need to promote. This is educational,
Yes.
and
No, it's
and Japan.
wonderful.
Everything when we think
It's
Japan is
wonderful.
technology.
It's technology, always technology.
And that's how I met you because
Yes, that's
I
true.
just saw a link to
Our show that we did.
amazing show that you are creating.
Directing, producing.
Stage vision for the whole stage,
It
and
was just a part of KCG.
and
you know,
it's
when
so big, it's so powerful. And I also post this link on Accent On. Then please just check these things out. But kcg.edu and it's since 1963 and is in Japan and in Kyoto and
And actually, I'm creating I'm actually creating a new department. The first time, I think in Japan actually, which is film and entertainment. So we want to be inviting a lot of artists from Los Angeles, a lot of talents
we are going there,
to,
please.
to Japan. We're gonna get you to
I would
Yeah.
love that.
invite you.
Yay.
Music, electronica, dance.
And students on the stage, absolutely. And the students, and they can do the experience. So so I'm really excited, to be involved. The first time in Japan, that kind of
Yeah.
entertainment film.
Yes, you need to. I don't know if
Very
you can explain the vision that you have because obviously link it will be easier. I wish we could show, but maybe one day we can show something live. But fact is that you have a lot of performance. Everything is happening on a green screen. Really? Or
No,
this
no,
is not?
It's live, actually. It's live.
Oh come on! It's crazy.
Projections.
It's projection and
Holograms
the
too,
all
so-
action holograms is
Right.
so filled
It's
with
incredible.
so many incredible visual effects and it's bigger than life.
And we're just, and we're just, beginning. But the it's really, excited college, because I am there. I think.
Yeah,
So
no,
I can
it's-
change it. It's wonderful, really for the young. Behind the camera, it's not for the actors really, but it's for the people
Close to the microphone.
from a technology field.
That's interesting because now we are talking not only being part of lots of very known movies and be working with directors and just helping them to get their vision across. Now you are talking for like last 3-4 years or 5 years you are working on your own movie and will be all in 3D and you are looking for actors who are not an actors. You want
That's what I
you
believe
want the
is- it's
real
more
people.
It's more unpredictable.
Unpredictable.
Yeah.
Yes, that's very
agree.
unusual.
Very
and
unusual.
then from nowhere is the Japan. Which you are there for many months. Yes.
I've been there for 7 months. I'm going back in a few weeks
For how long?
for some time
Yes.
to make the babies,
A
right?
couple. Yes.
Oh, is your wife going with you? No, better.
No, probably not.
How can you make a babies without your wife?
I'm gonna wait.
Okay,
But
well,
then,
we'll let. Don't worry, he will wait. We'll make him wait. Okay. Okay, then that's a
back.
very unusual way because now you have a vision and you're creating school or you're part of the school that is a
Part of the school.
futuristic, very
It's very-
futuristic, very
it's
technologically
extremely
oriented.
amazing.
We're talking Japan.
And when
What
we-
we can teach them when mostly they teach us. Now you, Polish
actually-
gentleman, Bulgarian, Polish, man of the
Homo
world.
sapiens, Homo sapiens.
Yeah, Homo
Homo
sapiens. Now you are
sapiens.
there and working with young people. To impress young people is not easy. I'm coaching a lot of young singers, and I know if I will be boring teacher or boring coach or not knowing what's going on the radio, on TV, in this real world, they will not come back. Then you really need to be good
Yeah.
or you really need to be on the top of your game to really be impressive for them. Yes?
That is true, absolutely.
How much
true.
saying you have in what you are creating there?
I'm a manager, so I think a lot. And then really soon we'll be shooting in Osaka in downtown. Some amazing scenes. A short film actually that I think many people will hear about because there's someone involved and something is there. It's very interesting. I'm really excited.
Wow. Okay, then your life seems like going somewhere in the direction that you expected or didn't.
It's all surprised. I think,
Everything is surprise.
in many ways.
Then again, dear parents,
It just happens
if
Yeah,
we can
yeah.
teach parents to
Yeah.
sometimes allow children to have this
to explore other countries.
explore because this artistic part of life
You
is
have to explore.
crazy.
Yeah.
You cannot
You have
predict
to.
anything in life. Okay, Amalia. Now you are in New York. You love New York, and you
do.
think you need to go back to New York for a
For
little
a
bit
couple of
for a
months.
couple months,
Yeah.
and
Probably same time as you'll be in Japan.
that's good. We all will be creating. You'll be creating maybe
Yeah.
little documentary. Maybe you will find
yeah.
a time to start writing something, and then I will be having you back in Los Angeles because I need to say, Amalia has beautiful voice, and maybe a few months from now, when she will be back to our studio, we will play something with her very, very sensual vocals. And you were surprised that you can sing so well, because I had the pleasure to coach, her also in a theater school in Santa Monica. But meeting you, it was very unusual because you were singing a few songs, but the one especially that you were singing many times, and you were standing or sitting, and people were listening. I said, okay, third time she repeats the same song. Nobody minded.
Yeah.
They really listened, they listened, you getting better and better, but the attention on you, on your body language and just emotions, they were very, very real. And not so many artists have it, have that. Then I think you need to try a little bit singing. We'll see what's happened. Yes,
Thank
we'll
you,
try it.
Anna.
We'll try it. We'll look for it. Now, crazy, crazy life. If I can describe, Cyril, your day, what this will be like. You wake up in the morning and you're bored. You drink a lot of. Oh, you have a
Yes.
coffee.
With a coffee, a cold one.
Cold one?
Cold and really sweet.
Yeah.
Wow. I
Interesting.
wish.
A lot of energy.
I love sweets.
Yeah.
I cannot do. Okay, coffee.
Coffee.
What time you are waking up as a creative person?
It really depends. 4 in the morning, 7, 8.
Oof.
Unpredictable.
Then you go to bed very early.
Not really.
Then you don't sleep.
I sleep maybe 4 hours, 6 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I look. I mean, as you can tell, I'm.
Oh, you look pretty good for like 26. You look great. Okay, then you said that you are between Las Vegas.
Between Las Vegas, and actually, well, as all of us, even the audience, I think we all go, online to check Facebook or email.
Yeah.
So is that,
Do you really? Okay, we
internet-
met this way.
Yeah.
We met this way because I saw this amazing visual show that I saw the link for. I'm like, I need to talk to this gentleman. I want him. And then I found out you're a Polish, partially Polish person, half Polish. Then I really wanted you to come, and people need to know about you. And it happened that
And you
you.
hunt me down.
I'm so happy because you thought that you've been in New York or somewhere else, and you didn't plan to be in LA. And now you are here for how long? For a few days, yes?
2 weeks. 2
That's-
more weeks.
That's a perfect time for Accent to have you and meet. Who knows? Maybe we'll be in
we-
Zimbabwe
I
next
know.
year
Oh,
or
I'm
in
going there.
Japan doing some
To see the
electronica
sharks
dance.
and
Yeah.
many things.
Oh, okay. Then please tell me. Okay, then you are checking Facebook. Are you into
A Facebook
onto
person?
Facebook? Are you a
I-
Facebook person?
Everyone.
I am on Facebook. I think I am a Facebook person. Social media is fun in terms of like I guess promotion and like
Exactly.
I think sometimes you have to separate personal and work life.
Yeah.
Especially in this business. And like hearing that you wake up at 4, 5, 6. That's for what we do. That's normal time. That's for other people. I guess they sleep in or they have a different life. For us, like it changes. Like some sets can be 24 hours.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't
know.
matter when
Just
you
to
work, you
fight
don't
and
stop.
go
Yeah.
as,
Are you writing?
yes, of course.
Then what will be the next things after the school and after the movie
After
will be
school,
done?
I
Because
think-
we know the movie will be in 2020. Oh gosh, I need to
Or
wait
the
for so
sequel
long.
already, or the sequel.
The sequel is earlier.
Okay. Then do you think that the storyline will not change? Do you think you have locked everything in a place for your thriller?
Well, I already have plans for other free films, of course.
Yeah.
It's not the only one, but I want. I think the school, in Japan and the college, it's very important. It's very important, for some reason, a part of my life. I've worked as as an artist, visual effects supervisor, and now I feel like I want to give back little knowledge. I mean, I'm not feeling old, but I feel like I can.
Yeah, that's
Give
that's
back.
what I do.
You
I
really
never
enjoy it,
thought I would be
students.
teaching. I hate teaching. I always say, why children like
really
me?
enjoy
They're
it.
supposed
Yeah.
to
I
hate
really
me.
do.
I have no patience for children, young people, until they enter my
It's
studio.
the same thing as inspire. You
Wow.
want to
Inspiration,
inspire.
you want
yeah.
to
And
inspire
yes,
them.
when you see
Yeah.
the talent, when you see the beautiful eyes of a young
Sparkling, yeah.
human being who really wants to learn something, and
You show them all the
s-
secrets.
Oh
Yeah.
my God! You will give them all. You're
Everything.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like you will think, oh, I'm keeping this for myself. I know techniques and this and that. No,
No,
girl,
you wanna teach
go
it.
fast. I just love. But still, I'm nervous before they enter my studio. I'm like, gosh, again, 1 hour, and then, oh, I'm so happy. I see you with a really. And then, okay, then how many, do you think there will be something like storyline that you'll be coming back to Japan for a long time?
I think it becomes important part, of my life, Japan, and then, I do want to shoot over there it's not samurai film, but, I do want to shoot, in Kyoto, they have gorgeous, scenery and amazing studios. So it will be, a back and forth, I think. Los Angeles, Kyoto, Zimbabwe, hopefully.
Poland.
Poland, maybe.
Okay.
It's
What
too
about
cold.
moving the school into America? Could you do
Actually,
like
we have a satellite, a streaming HD and 4K.
you just give it as a link if somebody wants to.
Oh, absolutely.
Can you do this? How can we? Do you have this in your mind, or we need to post?
KCG. I mean,
You need to go to kcg.org and
if
then.
you go to kcg.edu.
Sorry.
occupation.
One more time. I don't want to mess that
I
up.
don't know.
For people, read one more time.
For people just to get familiar, they go to
Website.
kcg.edu.com.
That's interesting. Okay.
And if you want to find out about us, if we're that interesting, then you type our names
Yeah.
Yeah, of
on
course.
Google. But inside here on the back,
How many students you have?
we
There.
have over 3,000, I believe, over 3,000. But actually, I'm looking to do a global expansion, and it will be a lot of trips, Los Angeles, and very interesting stuff in film and entertainment. So I do want to expand the horizon into So it's very exciting. I have
Do
to
they
learn
speak
Japanese.
English, or you are learning
Almost all of them speak
Japanese?
English. They're
God,
just extremely
thank
shy.
you.
So you say, don't be shy, and then you start slowly,
Did you pick up a little bit Japanese?
very little, but
That's tough, huh?
yeah.
I bet you are lucky when it comes to food. I'm just going. We are
Oh, the
hungry,
food, the
probably.
best.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yes.
yeah.
Sushi.
You speak few languages, yes?
Oh yes. Well, I wish. I speak English. And I speak Russian.
Ja poнимаю по-русски.
Да?
Да.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Da.
You speak
Minima
Bulgarian, Polish,
Polish,
English.
English, and hopefully Japanese.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
God.
the hardest route now.
Yeah.
Good for you. Okay, then what will be the next? You are going to Germany. I'm sending you to Germany.
I'm
You are
going to
You're
Germany.
going to Germany. You're going to New York right now.
For a
and
couple of
I'm
months,
trying
yeah.
to saying to you, you need to go for 2 months. You need to see really
Yeah.
whatever you miss and is not here is really there.
Yeah.
In 2 months, you think you will come back to Los Angeles. We're thinking place can be anywhere. It's just when you start create.
Yeah, I think, you know what? I think the step is to kind of just take it as it comes. Because in this industry, and truthfully, I think from experience and from having friends who do this, anything can happen tomorrow or in a month. Like, that's how unpredictable. Like, even booking dates of traveling, it's so hard because you think, okay, so like
So-
I'm going to go back home in July or, June, but then
What
June
if
comes
audition?
and you get a job, like you have to do a movie or a theater play, and you're like, oh my God, I cannot go. So in this industry, I feel for me to say, like, I don't know what's going to happen next week, so for me to say what's going to happen in 2 months in terms of like, what I do, it's so hard. I wish I could see the future and forecast and be like,
In
I'm going to
4K.
be exactly. But like for now,
Do you think the same? Do you feel safe right now in your life, or you still are nervous when you wake up and say, "Oh my gosh, what will be 10 years from now?"
No. No, I think it's very exciting,
Yeah.
and then you know your powers,
yeah.
and then
Strength in the places. you think?
strength of the places, and then no, I don't have any fears. So
Because we are on Accent On TV, the best of Poland, Europe, and the rest of the world. And always is surprising when people who are doing well in America, we are questioning ourselves. We think, wow, if they can do it, if they can pursue their own
You can do it
careers
too.
and dreams.
Yeah.
Yes, we
can.
want to give people this hope that really is possible. Everything is
we're not
possible.
really special. I think we just try to not to be afraid.
Yeah.
You cannot be afraid. You really
Yeah.
have to. It's high risk. It's not. It's. You just have to. Life is so short. So you have to try it.
But Cyril, you mentioned that moving into LA, this was like surprise for you. You didn't know anything about America in the real
Nothing.
way.
I
It's
just
not
speak
like you
English.
came with big pile of money. You mentioned that you didn't save anything in Germany. You had nice jacket. You got yourself a nice jacket, which nice jacket is very important. You have beautiful jacket
Bro,
behind you.
that's That jacket is my life. My mom and I went to San Francisco, and I love San Francisco. And again, vintage. I grew up very antique. My mother loves antique, so I grew up around very antique stuff. Like our house is full of little things, and that's what I love. Like I'm very
you need
old
to come.
school,
Yes.
and so I love vintage stores. That's
Ventura, everybody
you
goes
know.
to Ventura. You will be feeling like home. It's beautiful food.
Yeah.
And then you
Love
bought
it.
this.
And that's where, and I remember we went there. We just landed there, and we decided to go for a walk down the neighborhood. And we stop at this vintage store, and I see this, and I'm like, I try it
mine.
on, and I'm like, yeah, it's like I don't know, it's like maybe 50s, and like sometimes I miss, and not that I was alive in that era, but sometimes I wish I could, go back and experience the clothing that they had,
Absolutely. Not
Because the
only
So
the
high quality.
nostalgia.
So high
Yeah.
quality.
Yes,
Yeah.
Cyril Kochik, again, we are talking to you. I mentioned on a Facebook, why not love story? Why you
film?
don't, do
I think so, I
film?
do. I really think. I think, and many people think comedies and thriller genre. I think it's the easiest to make, and maybe the easiest to find a distribution. One day I would love to make a love story in war times. I mean, I would love to do it. So
Oh yes.
it's not like I'm only like a scary horror guy and what's wrong with me. It's just I think it's the easiest for me to kind of enter the market and stand very strong. You don't do science fiction or some other. So that's why.
Then you premeditated your enter into industry
all
by
plans, I think.
doing
Strategy.
thriller.
We all plan everything.
Okay, and could we
So
say?
I'm not crazy or anything.
No. Could we say a little bit more what we can expect or looking forward to in this thriller? Outside of that, mostly there will be normal people, not schooled actors. They will try to shock us and maybe have very natural emotions in your movie. And what else you think will shock us there?
I think if any from the audience they've seen films of David Lynch,
Okay.
John Carpenter,
Yeah.
Oh.
is that type of it's my story of course, right? But I think it has specific. It's like in 80s style. I think.
Okay.
So
Okay.
no
now we
CGI.
know.
I'm not relying
Okay.
on any CGI. I don't rely on green screen. Here it's all gone now. But it will be really on the acting, on the camera, on the mood, atmosphere, the music. I'm extremely excited.
So how far you are into your project?
60%.
Oh, okay. That's
Six-
scary.
That's great.
60%.
No wonder you sleep 4 hours.
Okay,
That's
baby.
great.
We are coming back to you.
Oh gosh.
Mama, Daddy, misses you, you missing your country.
Yeah.
And we are talking about accented people who are coming from all around the
Yeah.
world and trying to make home in America to pursue their dreams. After a while, you really are worn down so much
Yeah.
and you want to go back. And you have these moments questioning, what am I doing here? That's where is happiness. I want to get old in my own country. Anyway, what am I doing? Okay. You promise,
Yeah.
I know, to your mommy, to us, to everybody, that you will leave just very, very good, how we call it, stepping stone, that
Yeah.
you start
Yeah.
and something will become of you so good that maybe Zimbabwe will be proud of. You want
Yes.
parents to be proud of, but
I hope
really
so.
your country, and we'll be looking, and you'll be, we forgot, short movie will be made in Zimbabwe.
Yes.
We need to plan for you,
Yes.
okay? And in the meantime, you'll be singing something, and
Yeah.
meantime, you'll be writing in New York,
Yeah.
and meantime, we'll all go to Zimbabwe, and you'll be doing thriller, that
Yes.
you'll be
With the
playing
sharks.
With the sharks.
with sharks, and you'll be
And
playing the
Cape Town.
nurse who is giving us some cocktails
I've
with
officially
something.
been typecast as the
We are
nurse.
already typed as a nurse, sexy
Who
nurse.
poisons.
Sexy nurse.
Sexy, we trust you.
Sexy
And look
nurse.
at you. How can we cannot? Because
Get a
when I'm
sexy
coming back,
nurse.
you're very retro to me. You have this face and the elegance of 1950s. You're supposed to probably be born in
That
this
was probably
era.
my era, correct?
Yeah,
I
everybody
agree.
has era.
Yeah.
Do you have your era?
I think similar time, 60s probably. 70s.
Me, that's
That-
my,
yeah,
that's 60s. Oh, me too. 50s. Okay, you are so romantic. Okay, and I don't know. Life is good. I think we have nothing really to be worried about. If we can leave people with websites, how we can find you slowly. Okay,
Please.
Amalia.
Oh, well, mine is, I guess it will show up on the link. It's my name and my last name, so it's amaliapasco.com.
very, very easy. And people can contact you, yes?
Yes, all the information is there.
But not the stalkers, not the
Not
stalkers.
Not the stalkers, but
Yeah.
we want
Like I
to-
said, my mother is a forensic psychiatrist, so
We're gonna get
stalkers.
you. We're gonna come for you.
We're gonna come for you.
We are
if
coming for you.
you know, we have so many students. We have great schools, USC school, UCLA school, theater schools, and we
Yeah.
have a restaurant that you mentioned that you need to give Amalia a little bit tips how to maybe get not only
Absolutely.
discover but just
Absolutely.
get a
Yeah.
job because you really want to build
Even like to
your,
work as a PA on set would be great, you know, just to
Just to
feel
be
that
around.
out. Yeah,
yeah,
to
just
feel
to be
that energy
around.
out.
Then people, we are watching Accent On. We are watching life stories of and develop in front of our eyes and their hopes and dreams. And this dream is for real, big one. This one is in the making. Is for
In
sure real.
pursuit.
I'm living my dream. I barely speak English. I have 2 shows. America.
It all comes here.
Yes, and America. Then welcome,
Factory of
people.
Dreams.
Welcome next week because we'll be having great theater school directors and producers. And yes, in Sherman Oaks, we'll be talking also about different type of art that is very close to the
We might do
street.
interview in Japan. I hope that that you will come and visit.
Oh, I would love it. You know, I
Yay.
think I
Good
love
idea.
electronica and
A lot of
dance
sushi, a lot of
music, a lot
sake,
of
and we do
DJs.
interview.
You know, then we can bring little Americana and Euro Americana
Yeah.
dance to the dance floor because I know your music and your big production is very electronic
Yes,
oriented.
oh, absolutely. I'm a huge fan.
Dance
of-
music. Now, okay, when it comes to your website, how we can get in touch with you, Cyril
There's many
Kraszek?
website. I think it's the best if you just type my name on Google. I think it's the best way.
Gosh, he's arrogant in good way.
I'm arrogant.
Just
liked
Google
it.
me.
Just
Please don't hate me.
No, it's true.
I think it's the
And,
easiest way to
and
do it.
check
Yeah,
the
no, it's
list
great.
of the films that he was a part of.
Hmm.
Very, very impressive. I tried to get information from Cyril 2 hours ago on the radio, but he's very shy. But I
Cannot
posted
speak.
everything on Accent On
I'm
and
gonna hack your
Accent On
website.
TV. And yes,
I'm
then
going-
please scroll down and read. You know, this guy really did a lot of stuff in Hollywood and deserved his own first feature movie and title.
Rottenbury Drive.
Okay. And honey, I love you.
Oh,
I
I
will
love
be
you
missing
too,
you for
Lorna.
2 months and then call us and tell what's
Yeah.
going on when you will be back. Hoping you bring something exciting
I
from
hope
New York,
so
okay?
too.
We love you, everybody. Until next
Thank
time,
you.
next
Arigato
week.
gozaima in Japanese.
Could you repeat one more time?
Arigato gozaima. Arigato gozaima.
Arigato
Arigato gozaima.
gozaima. Arigato
Gozaima.
gozaima. And do widzenia,
Do widzenia,
dobranoc
dobranoc.
in
Do
Bulgarian.
Do widzenia.
Do widzenia
Ciao,
in
ciao.
Russian.
До свидания.
Do
Do svidania. And in
Приятель.
English,
Goodbye.
bye. We love you.
Take care.
Did I click?
Maybe. Am I arrogant? I hope I'm not arrogant.
No, arrogant. Sorry, we are still not off.
In a
Arrogant
good
is a
way,
good,
though,
good,
like-
very good.
Are we still
This-
on?
Yeah, we're still on.
Oh.
Arrogant is a good way. Okay, we love you, people. Till next week.
Have a good day and night.
You're listening to Accent on TV. Best of Poland and Europe. Right here on LA Talk Radio.